to set the city on fire.
Welcome. You are now tuned in to B.U.R.N Labs,
The hottest underground radio network.
Welcome to the first B.U.R.N Labs podcast of the year, February 2018.
You're gonna love this.
This is the premiere podcast of B.U.R.N Studios, and I'm the first-time host, Young Chopstick Dorothy. Every month, we bring you fresh, new, and awesome songs that we had the privilege of working on. Not only do you get to hear the newest and greatest music, but you also get to hear the behind-the-scene conversation between the artists and the engineers. This month is February, and we got two songs. Kendall Joseph and Retro Rule, we get to hear conversation between the engineers and the artists. So if you do want to get your song featured on B.U.R.N Labs, we hold a public vote every month to select the songs. Let your B.U.R.N studio engineer know what song you want to get nominated, and we will get you on the public vote. Here is the first song of the year by Kendall Joseph. Pull Up, engineered by Izzy.
DJ Izzy Ill.
Chalet. Hey, yeah. My baby say she go crazy when she lay with me, when she stay with me. Baby girl, don't mind that. Baby girl, just wind that. Do it again, I rewind that. Yeah, yeah. You know you're the one. Can I squeeze your Lululemons? If you like it, then don't front. I'ma hit it like a blunt. I'm just being blunt. Tell me how you feel. Just don't tell me I should chill. Baby, let's just keep it real. Baby, let's just seal the deal. Why don't you pull up on me? Why don't you pull up on me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pull up on me. Why don't you pull up on me? Why don't you pull up on me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pull up on me. Is there something you should tell me? Baby girl, just tell me. This could get unhealthy. Baby girl, just tell me. Yeah. Baby girl, just tell me. You saw my friend last weekend. Ooh, you want my forgiveness. Ooh, but girl, you must fix this. Ooh, the Lord is my witness. I still wanna hear that. Okay, you want me to chase ya? Go fast, do like a speed racer. How much more can you take? If you come first, then wait up on me. Why don't you pull up on me? Why don't you pull up on me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pull up on me. Why don't you pull up on me? Why don't you pull up on me? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pull up on me.
This is such a chill, vibey, nice groove song. Like very, very nice for the springtime. Again, this is Kendall Joseph, Pull Up, engineered by Izzy. Now let's hop into the studio with Izzy and
Izzy,
Kendall Joseph to get an inside look of how this track was created.
What's up, everybody? DJ Izzy Ill, and I'm at the 832 room at B.U.R.N Studios, and I'm sitting here with the man of the hour, Kendall Joseph. That's at Kendall Joseph on IG. So yeah, man, what's up?
Welcome, man. Thanks, DJ Izzy Ill. How's it going?
It's going, man. So yeah, we got you on this month's podcast for the track that we did, Pull Up. It's a dance hall track. I vibe out to it pretty well, but yeah, how did that track come about for you?
So, man, I was just in a mood where I wanted to really have a song where I would dance to, a song that I would vibe to, and really I just came across this beat and I thought it was perfect. I didn't know what I was gonna do when I heard it, but you know, I listened to it I caught a vibe, and then, the hook came first. And I really wanted to make sure that when I made the song, I let the beat kind of carry itself, because that's kind of like the backbone of that song. So I wanted to make sure, it was just enough, to catch a vibe, but to also really feel, each sound and instrumental. So yeah, that beat was crazy, man. Shout out to Keanu Beats.
Like right away when you heard it, did you end up buying it right away, or did you write to it first and then eventually buy it?
Nah, I bought it right away. I was like,
it was a heater.
I need that. Don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But
and you said that's the same producer who produced which track?
Keanu Beats, he produced What the Price, actually, on Culture. So that I found that out after I had already bought the beat and started using it. I was like, let me just Google, this guy's name real quick. And I was like, whoa.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, working with big time producers already. So, the track, you sing on it. When I first started working with you, it was like, by the time we got to that track, I think it was the second or third session. And you were really flexing some singing skills on it. Did you always have a voice for that? Or when did you figure out that you were good at singing?
Man, the truth is, I thought I was bad at singing at first. So I've always loved R&B, and I've loved melodies. I just personally never thought I could carry a tune. My friends thought I was bad. So when I was younger, I actually took a couple choir classes. And then I did church choir in college as well for a couple of years, and took voice lessons in college as well, just to kind of get better, if... people told me I was trash at singing. I was like, watch, I'm gonna be good at singing one day. So
it's just learning.
Here we are. Apparently, everybody has a voice and everybody's capable of singing. It's just about, training yourself. So that's what that was. Okay.
And any inspiration for that song?
Man, so the song Pull Up, it goes, why don't you just pull up on me? I think every guy's thinking that when he sees like a girl that's, too beautiful or too good looking when he goes out. We wish it was easier. Like, why don't you just pull up on me for just this one time? Why don't you just come talk to me? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're getting all this attention from, everybody in the spot. So it was just one of those things. Like, I like to say what everybody's thinking. So
yeah. So yeah, the beat kind of plays out for almost a minute before you actually start the first verse. And I think we did that intentionally. You just wanted people to vibe out to the rhythm of the beat for a minute, and then eventually we get settled into the verse. That's the way we originally had it. And then once we recorded the hook, I think we're just like, hey, this actually sounds really dope. Let's throw it as like a intro, and we threw an effect on it.
Shout out DJ Izzy, because that was your idea. You did that.
I knew it was going to work. Again, the song is called Pull Up. Look it up on Spotify, his EP. Four Seasons. It's out on Spotify right now. 4 tracks. Yeah, it's a dope project. We worked on it all here at B.U.R.N Studios. We had a couple different engineers touch up on it, and I did a lot of the heavy mixing on it, I think, as well. So yeah. But going back to the effect, we had the hook laid out, and it comes in obviously after the first verse. I was like, that's a long intro. I want them to vibe out to it, but we need to hear some type of vocal. So I decided to throw the hook there and just throw a high cut on it, and we just let the lows pass on your vocal and threw some reverb on it, and it turned out really dope. And I remember when you heard it, you man, every time I do a cool thing, I love how you just get excited in the studio. You're like, yes, let's go. So yeah, I knew we were heading in the right direction once you did that. So yeah, that lets me know. There was like, yeah, we're on the right track. And I think it just sets the tone for the track right away, right off of that. It's like a good little intro. Introduces the hook just a little bit, enough to be like, okay, this is what we're going to expect on this track. And I think we tracked it out on the first session once. I don't think we did any rough mix to it just yet, because I think we just recorded to the 2-track version of the beat. Yeah. And then we let you sit on it. How long did you sit on it before you decided it was like, I think I want to re-record this?
Yeah, so, man, this happens to me all the time. Like, I'm a perfectionist, so, I sit on the song and I go back and hear things that I don't like or things that could be better. So it was probably about a good 2-3 days where, without me listening to anything else, like, I just put it on repeat, until it drives me crazy, and then I can actually visualize what I want to say. So,
and do you let other people preview the song as well, so that way you can get some input from them, or is it mainly just you?
I do preview my songs, but that's tough. That's something I'm learning now. It's tough to kind of have an idea and explain that idea to people when it's unfinished. And I'm learning that right now, that I have to ask like more specific questions about, you know, when I share them to people, because, you know, the first thing somebody tells you when they hear a draft is it's missing something. And the thing is, I know it's missing something, right? And
try to judge the performance.
Yeah, that's why I'm sharing it with you, because it's like the question I want to answer is, do you see where it's going, and how best can we get there? You know, is it change words? Is it do a different pitch? You know what I'm saying? So it's I guess moving forward, it'll be mostly me, unless I ask like, you know, real specific questions about, you know, maybe a way I said something, did the message get across? Like, I'm always trying to gauge like what my audience thinks, because I think that's valuable information.
Right. Yeah, that's dope. Let that be a lesson to you other artists out there. Sometimes the song is not done after the first session. I think we had about 4 or 5 sessions, 4 or 5 different mixes on the track as well.
A lot.
Because not only did we just record to the 2-track, I think we recorded to that one twice, and then we mixed the beat. And then we redid it. I think we mixed the beat 2 or 3 times.
And then we redid the chorus too.
Yeah, and then we redid the chorus because he came in and sang it better. And then there was the section where we couldn't get that note right on the second verse.
Like 2 sessions,
That took about 2 sessions right off the bat, just getting the note that you heard in your head. You wanted that portrayed on the track, right? So don't be discouraged if it's not done the first time. Like, now it sounds perfect, and now it's out. It's on iTunes, right?
Yes.
It's everywhere.
iTunes,
4 Seasons.
Spotify, Tidal, whatever you have. And if you don't have a streaming service, it's also on SoundCloud. You know, you can go listen to it for free as well.
Right. And going back to the track overall, there was a type of almost dark. I wanted to approach it kind of dark because, not to reveal any secrets, but we listened to a certain track from a certain artist that's out. And I liked the mix. The beat really sounded similar to that. So we decided to mix that track with that approach. Yep. And with your voice, it sounded perfect. So even down to the mic selection that I used, I didn't want it to sound too bright. I wanted to make sure it was just the right tone for you. And these little decisions help make the track sound final. And
I just want to say to everybody, like, be friends with your engineer, because like, I'm trying to tell you, when I go to the studio, I have an idea, and sometimes it's not even like 100% a complete idea, but, you know, Izzy brings that out of me. So I think he really understands like my vision when I come in. He can take me, you know, that extra step, like, yo, this is what I see from you. And I trust him with that. And every song he does that, every single song. So just make sure, you know, you and your engineer are on the same page, because this song wouldn't be anything without DJ Izzy. Right?
And the best way to do that is learn how to convey what you're hearing in your head. So just learn some studio terminology, like what ad-libs are, what reverb, effects, certain stuff that you hear in your head. Learn the terminology of that, so that way you can convey your thoughts easier to the engineer, because it helps us out. Otherwise, it's a longer process and it's a guessing game at that point. But I mean, we still get to the end of what we're trying to get out from the mix. But yeah, definitely learn some studio lingo, and it'll help you out in the long run. And just being able to convey the thoughts. I think that's what helps artists. And yeah, if you can't, always give an example. Like I said, we pulled up a track as an example to see what we want this track to sound like, and yeah, it worked.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, what do you have coming up next?
Man, so working on new music. Got some new stuff that Izzy and I are cooking. Can't wait to let y'all hear it. For now, though, you have one job. That's download 4 Seasons, the EP. Share it with a friend. Play it at your parties. And, you know, I would be surprised, and I think Izzy would be surprised, if you didn't find one song on the EP that you didn't like. So I think there's something there for everybody. Just, you know, let as many people know about 4 Seasons, and, you know, next few weeks we got some heat cooked up for y'all.
Oh yeah. Real quick, what's the social media we can reach you on?
So I'm active on IG, Twitter, and Facebook. It's just Candle on IG. It's Candle Joseph. Nothing extra. Candle, Joseph, Joseph. And then on Twitter, it's CandleJoseph_. There's a bot that, has that username that needs to be reported. CandleJoseph_ on Twitter. And then Facebook, CandleJoseph. I'm active on all of them. Just go ahead and give me a follow.
Yeah.
I follow back. So.
Check them out, listen, interact. It's a good thing. But yeah, man, I think that pretty much wraps it up for us. Man, I appreciate you coming through.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's get some shows going soon.
Let's do it. Thank you.
That's us. That's it for us for coming out of B.U.R.N Studios, 832 room. We'll see you next month. We out.
Thank you, Kendall Joseph and Izzy, for the interview. And up next is Feruary, his song Do Right. Engineered by me, Young Chopstick.
When I do right, I'm still done wrong, but I can't trip, made me strong. Why stop now? Been too long. Sound about right, can't go wrong. Break out your camera, call Charlemagne, Envy, and Angela. I wake up knocking heads out, swinging a breakfast club with stamina. You're dealing with a professional, can't be addressing me like no amateur. Got my life manager, he the water, I'm the canister. I'm here to do an assignment and tell him grabbing heaven's banister. Like my nigga Chancellor, you don't want no problem. I'm on a different literature in another volume. I'm Kaepernick, I tell my cap and sip for the anthem. The dirty bastards took our culture, now they asking for ransom. Giving birth to something ugly won't turn out handsome. Handsome knowledge to the next man, don't wear hoe. Don't let them give you people shit and then say that it's gold. I ain't about to smoke a blunt if I ain't see it get rolled. When the police hide, our bodies get turned cold. The true soul, we still don't get no justice. If you wonder why I'm mad and the vocab cusses. When I do right, I'm still done wrong, but I can't trip, made me strong. Why stop now? Been too long. Sound about right, can't go wrong. When I do right, I'm still done wrong, but I can't trip, made me strong. Why stop now? Been too long. Sound about right, can't go wrong. I'd rather be the pimp to be the one getting slapped. Okay, if life a bitch, you better teach that hoe to adapt. What you do when you stand for something and the flow collapse? Fuck Dima, put off the Nemo to snap. The infrastructure about to rupture, y'all just tell us get tougher. Don't forget Puerto Rico in the same cluster. Got a buster and novice, or just make me nauseous. Told y'all to watch us, but you wasn't precautious. Hope you see what it costs us. We gotta learn from the losses and make our people some bosses. Say the ice for the wounds, not to put on crosses. When the boat tosses, better ride the wave. I know some people gon' drown and I just can't save. If your mind ain't free, you gon' live as a slave. I ain't tripping about delays, it's just part of the phase. God working his ways, I just give him his praise. That's how I make it through most of my days. When I do right, I'm still done wrong, but I can't trip, made me strong. Why stop now? Been too long. Sound about right, can't go wrong. When I do right, I'm still done wrong, but I can't trip, made me strong. Why stop now? Been too long. Sound about right, can't go wrong.
Hello, everybody. This is Senior Engineer from B.U.R.N Studio, Dorothy, and I am in studio with Feruary, and we just listened to his song Do Right. So let's talk about how we actually make the song. Is the process. So how? Actually, at first I want to say that though. This, like, you listen to the beat, I was just listening back. I was like, oh wow, the kick drum, everything sounds great. I was like, yeah, that's because you use all track out beat through your whole album, right?
Got to.
So talk about how you actually started making the song, because I know you recorded with Davis first.
We recorded, laid it down with Davis first, but so when I get these songs, I get them from my good brother, producer Search. And shout out to Search. Check him out on IG. I get the beat, and I tend to write in my car a lot because I travel back and forth from BNT to the H. So I tend to write in my car, and my thought process behind it was I was really trying to write relatable music. So I wanted to get a feel on that song. It was a good beat. I wanted something upbeat, something that could give somebody, a feeling of, man, you know what? I feel the way that you feeling. I feel it all the time. So when I came into the studio, this was this was gonna be. I knew the song was gonna be a good part of my album because it was going towards the whole concept of my album, which is faith, fulfill anything that inspires true happiness, right? So the hook is when I do right, still done wrong, but I can't trip because it made me strong. So I feel like that goes towards fulfilling anything that inspires true happiness because you will be done wrong in life, and you can't stop, because if you stop, then you'll never know what happiness truly is through that pain. So I wanted to take the pain that somebody was feeling and make it feel better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. That's actually really good. I think the beat does have that kind of vibe to it.
Definitely.
So that's why when you do the hook and also listen to the way you do it, it actually works through the whole song with your theme and the beat as well.
Definitely.
So when you're tracking with Davis, like, do you guys talk about the arrangement for because the hook you guys stack it?
Yeah,
and
we
all
did
that.
stack it. We did stack it. Yeah, typically when I do get a beat from either Search or Zeus, it's gonna be. They'll sometimes have it already arranged, but then sometimes if they don't have an arrangement for it, then I have to come up with it, whether it be 12s or whether it be 8-bar for the hooks. Typically the hooks are gonna be 8 bars, typically. But with this one, I came into it with just a 4-bar hook, and then I came into it with I believe it was 2 12s.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
nice. Also, like when I listen back to the song, it's we finished it in last year, like late last year, right?
Last year, yeah.
So I was listening back, I was like, the sample actually is really cool too, because it really complements the song. I think that's one of the main thing for the whole song is like the sample.
The sample, yeah.
And I remember when I'm mixing the song, that is one of the big things is like we want the sample to be there, but not like covering your vocals. So we actually like work on that for a little bit. So what is the sample? Like I think Search just told you that.
Yeah, Search
right?
just told me this just in, everybody. The sample is Ruby Andrews. Your playing days are over. Shout out to Ruby Andrews. I need to listen to more of her music now that we actually know where the sample came from. So,
that's a really cool sample.
man, it is. Just the instrumentation behind it. That had to been live instrumentation that actually went into it. So it was pretty cool.
Because I remember that is the big part when we were mixing it. Like besides the kick drum and all that, you always want that kind of vibe to it, so that it still kind of carry through. With your lyrics and all that. And also, I actually really like the ad-libs you did too. It's actually really cool. I was listening back, I was like, oh wow, that actually sounds really dope. So when you're doing, and also the ending, fade out of the ending. Yeah. We fade out the vocal at the end, but we leave the beat. What is your idea behind that?
Well, I always just imagine a song in a setting. I try to imagine where or how would somebody feel when they're listening to it throughout every part of the song. So I kind of want to just treat it like a roller coaster or like a movie, kind of like it begins, it's getting climactic, and then now you're coming through the climax, and now you're riding out, and then you get the girl and you ride off into the sunset type thing. so that's how I think of it.
Yeah, when you mentioned that it does sounds like that.
So cool. That's what I'm trying for. Yeah.
So I know that you already got the whole album done right now.
Yeah.
And where can people find you, and when is it gonna drop?
All right, y'all. So y'all can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I don't have a MySpace anymore. I don't really know who gets down with the MySpace.
Now you're saying that make us feel really old.
I was on MySpace though, Dorothy, so it's good.
Well, I was never on MySpace though.
But Instagram, RetroRue409, Twitter, RetroRue, Facebook, RetroRue. I was speaking of that. My Facebook is parent friendly. So your Facebook has to be parent, aunt, grandma friendly, so it's all friendly.
Well, I guess Facebook right now is just for grandmas and stuff right now.
No, Facebook is actually popping. Facebook is popping.
Well, if people want to look for you, then
Retro on Facebook, y'all.
It's Rorew.
R-E-W,
Yeah,
yo.
make sure you guys find the right person. And when can we see your album?
The album will be dropping on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, Google Play, all your major streaming platforms on February 2nd. That's going to be February 2nd, Black History Month, even though we make Black History every month.
All right. And also, I know that last night you guys did a mixer. So I heard that it's really good.
Man, I'm glad you heard that. Yeah.
When is the next one? What is the plan?
So the plan for the next mixer right now is basically we're gonna see where the culture is going. We're gonna pay attention, keep our ear to the ground on who's dropping what. Because the Who Not Working mixer that we had last night is an event that's geared towards the underground community. We want to have a big emphasis on getting people together, bringing the community together to hear other people's artwork, to see other people's clothing, to see other people's painting, just to see other artistic vibes and other artistic visions that are out there in the underground community. Because the underground scene isn't just music; it's everything combined. So with that, we're just gonna keep our ear close to the ground, man. Our artists that sung me music, I really appreciate y'all sending your tunes in. We really enjoyed having it in the playlist. I didn't hear a single song that I wouldn't play myself. You know, there's some quality music. There's really some quality music out there, y'all. Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, Who Not Working, man? We always working. You should be too.
Cool. Yeah, I can't wait for the next one. It sounds really cool.
Yeah.
And also, this is actually the culture for the whole. Hip hop thing and whatnot. It's always gonna be like starting off on like underground stuff. Like it just get everybody together. Like just share what you have. You showcase what you have. There's always the culture. Cool. So I appreciate you coming by, doing the video.
Definitely.
And also, I can't wait for people to actually listen to the whole album.
Man.
We work so hard on that.
I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited, man. And by the way, if you go to my YouTube page, Retro Rule on YouTube, I do have a slight preview to the song from the Indie Fest 4, which is a dope event put on by B.U.R.N Studios and by Breezy. Shout out to the whole squad there. You could preview some of the song there, but February 2nd, Fulfill Anything, Inspiring True Happiness, be on all your major streaming platforms. My SoundCloud users, sorry, won't be dropping on this one this time, but catch me on all major platforms, y'all.
Yeah, Spotify. Right now, everybody's on Spotify.
Spotify has a great sound coming from it.
Spotify, iTunes, and Tidal, actually.
Yeah. Tidal is very artist friendly, y'all. I'll drop that gem out there. It's more artist friendly than Apple Music. It is.
Don't start that argument. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Any video coming up? You have a YouTube channel?
We do have a YouTube channel, Retro Rule, man, and I do have a few videos dropping. I am gonna leave that up for a surprise. Just keep your ears close to the ground, close to the IG, because like we always saying, Who Not Working.
Cool. That's awesome. All right. Well, I appreciate you again coming by, doing the video, doing the interview with us for the burn-ups, and can't wait for you to drop another video.
Yeah.
Cool.
Heck yeah. Appreciate your time, Dorothy.
You're tuned in to the B.U.R.N Underground Radio Network, bringing you the hottest in Houston music.
Thank you so much again for tuning in for our B.U.R.N Labs podcast. We really appreciate for all the artists who work with us and share the music with us. If you do want to listen to more songs from B.U.R.N Studios, please follow us on Twitter and IG at B.U.R.N Studio, and also go on Spotify. We just put a new playlist, so just search B.U.R.N Studios and you should be able to see all the new music from B.U.R.N Studios artists. Come on! If you have your song on Spotify, please contact the studio manager, Todd. Give us a call, DM us, let us know so that we can feature you on our playlist. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. This is my first time hosting, and I will probably see you guys next time.
B.U.R.N Lab.